Let's hop into today's video. Welcome to the channel of the Gentleman's Code. So in this video, we have this young woman that's slightly delusional. Like as I watch her, she is the epitome of what we would call a woman that would be ready to divorce her husband at any moments necessary. So let's go ahead and watch how Myron breaks down this video from the Fresh and Fit podcast and how we can avoid red flags from women such as this one. Let's hop into it.
Cat is trying to put a square peg in a round hole, saying, my view is crazy, but it's actually based in biological fact, and it's worked for millennia. As a matter of fact, we have the society we have today because of polygamy to some degree. Monogamy as well, but monogamy for the man is a choice. Monogamy for the woman, it's pretty much necessary.
So, what facts do you have to say that polygamy works?
Since the beginning of time,
Men
high-value
have multiple
men
wives.
have had women.
But have
share
those
them.
women actually been happy?
That's
Like,
okay.
aren't we talking relationships on a basis
So,
of whether
Kat,
or not
that's
we're both happy?
irrelevant.
Cat, I'm gonna be
Irrelevant.
marriage?
I mean, I'm not gonna be sharing no man unless I'm happy.
Okay, Cat.
You know, I want to be happy. I want to be feeling like the attention's on me.
Okay, well, Kat, here's the thing. See, and I'm going to show you how crazy your argument is here in a second. But marriage is not about necessarily happiness. It's about duty of raising children that are going to be contributing members of society.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it there. And that is something that is so important that this woman, she looks fairly young, you know, under 25-ish. But even men ourselves, like when we're asked, what is the purpose of a relationship, right? Is it just having sex with the girl? Is it moving in? Really, the purpose of a relationship is to have children, but most importantly, have children that are contributing members of society. And statistics say that you need both a mother and a father in the home in order for this to happen. And so as I'm looking at this woman here, she's an immediate red flag. And I think that's a good question that young men that are aspiring to become successful, you're at 6 or 7 figures, or you're on your way, you're in the gym, you're working on yourself. This is a question that you have to ask when you're vetting the woman, right? As men, we have to start valuing ourselves and not just smashing random chicks and going on dates. Value your time. Ask a question like this, like, what is the purpose of marriage? You know, when you're asking a woman, if she comes back with any answer such as this, run. Because guess what? That is an emotional answer saying, oh, it's happiness. It's not about happiness. It's about being together to raise a strong family for those children to thrive in society. Because when a woman gives an emotional answer such as this, all she's saying is 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, I'm not happy anymore. I want to get back in the streets. I want to do this. And she's starting to get these emotional feels. Those things that held the family together, which were her emotions at first, and they start to wear off after years. She's going to get back in the streets. She's going to divorce you, right? Because there's a 70% chance, there's a 50% chance that your marriage is going to end. 70% of it is going to be ended by the woman. And so when this woman gave this answer that she needs to be happy, what does happiness mean? Does it mean buying her a car and making sure she's always, you know, in the top-notch things? This is a red flag immediately right off the bat.
That's what marriage is about.
That's
Only in the
old school.
West. Okay, only in the West do we have this crazy concept that we need to be happy at all times within marriage. Raising your children in a stable household and giving them food to eat and a safe home to be at should be where you derive your happiness. And when you break the family apart, which is what's going on in the West, single mother households, etc., things get fucked up and kids end up fucked up.
Yes.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Now, going back to what you said you want a man that makes $300,000 to $500,000 a year, is going to basically never say no to you and let you
I'm
live
not
the
saying
lifestyle
he
that
doesn't
you
have
want.
to say no. I'm saying my lifestyle is never going to allow me to say no to myself.
Okay. The point I'm trying to make is this. I'm just giving you your standards, right? You want a guy, pretty much the man you described as a 1% man. Now, I did not challenge you on your preference. I said you have your preferences.
I'm
All I
also a
gave you-
1% woman.
Okay, let me finish my point, and then I will give you in a second why that is irrelevant from what you're saying.
See how combative this girl is? She just needs to be right. I can tell, like, whether she didn't have a father in her life or whether this is her mother's programming that's all over her. This is why women in the West, I can't deal with them. I've lived in Colombia for the last 6 years, and let me tell you, it's been the best experience ever. I live between my downtown Miami and Medellin, Colombia. If I can highly recommend any of the men that are watching this channel right now, get to Medellin, Colombia. You don't see any of this combative energy, especially from a woman that probably lives with 6 other people in the house, lives in an air mattress, and takes pictures on yachts in Miami with other dudes' yachts. So be careful about these girls and vet.
Which is why you said before, I'm a 1% woman. I'm assuming you mean financially, right? Because you earn quite a bit.
I mean,
What makes you a 1% woman? That's what I was going to ask you.
Being natural, my financials.
Okay. Are you aware that men don't care about a woman's financials? What actually makes a woman 1% woman are things that women typically don't tend to highlight
at all.
Compliant, feminine, attractive, fit.
Willing to
Would you? I mean,
not
I would say
promiscuous.
willing to
not
hear the words
promiscuous,
no.
Willing to hear the words no. Following his lead. These are things that make a woman 1%. Attraction, ladies, is not symmetrical. I'm going to say that again. Attraction between the two genders is not symmetrical. If I want a woman that's feminine, submissive, and attractive, right, and cute, the woman is within her right to want a male that's masculine, dominant.
Myron is saying here that they're trained to be wives. How, like, for those of you in the dating field right now, like I'm 27 right now. If you've been in the dating field, if you're in a major city like Miami, New York, Los Angeles, being out in LA, or sorry, Miami for the last couple of years, how often have you been in the dating field and it's talked about being a good wife, right? When has a woman ever said that? Like, I'm trained to be a good wife. Right, they're talking about having their their BBLs, or talking about all these followers and being flown out and all these beautiful pictures, but that does not mean you're a good wife, right? When you're a high value man or aspiring to be one, right? You're earning 6-7 figures, you're living in a major city, you're on your way, you're building your personal brand, you're building your connection, you're doing these things, you're investing into yourself. You start to see your woman as an investment. Your woman is an investment. So that means that the woman that you're going to vet, you're going to want to see certain things about her. Now, it may not be verbal, because here's one thing that many women are confused about. There's a sexual market value and there's a relationship market value. And when you're popping and you're doing your thing, you will go out on a date with a girl that it's a straight OnlyFans girl. She's out there. You could tell she for the streets. You'll still go out with her. You'll still invite her to the crib. You might still take her out to a nice dinner. You might fly her out and have some fun with her, but you're not going to take her serious. And that's where a lot of women are getting confused in today's world, because they confuse that attention from men as being desirable. But the desire is purely physical, sexual. It has nothing to do with the relationship. Where the relationship market value is how many quality men are asking you for a serious relationship. Serious relationship is wanting to get engaged, wanting to get married, right? We're not just talking about one night stands here. And that is the true parameter that you, as a woman, that they got to be looking at. And as men, we have the key to. And that's why I watch a lot of these channels. That's why I started this YouTube channel here. Is to put the control back in the men, that say, you know what, you have the control. Yeah, she might have a lot of followers. Yeah, she might have her body done. Yeah, she might be getting flown up. But guess what? You as a man, if you're working on yourself, if you're watching content like Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, and these guys, you have the power, and you got to put it back in your hands to say that you control the relationship, but you got to fix that mind of yours. Let's get back into it.
And a leader, we complement each other. We're very different. The things that you want are what men want. You might say to yourself, I'm a 1% woman, but that's false. The market dictates your value, not you. I'm going to say that again, because a lot of girls want to sit here and say, I'm a princess, I'm a 10. No, you're not, because the market dictates your value, not you. Men had to deal with this reality that the market dictates our value, because guess what? If I'm broke, short, ugly, girls don't date me.
Exactly.
So the market dictates my value. So as a woman, if a high value man isn't marrying you or proposing to you that you love, admire, and respect, the market is judging you as well. And now you're not of value. The problem is this: we live in a world where we tell women that they can do no wrong, they're perfect however they come, and they don't have to self-improve. And I'm here to tell you, that's a fucking lie. You got to self-improve just like us, and you got to bring value. The thing is, you guys are brainwashed to think your value comes from what we do. No, it doesn't. It comes from the opposite of what we do, because men need a woman to assist him in his mission, not your mission.
There is absolutely insanity. As I'm looking at this chick, I'm not here to judge. She sounds like she's from some higher to upper class, middle class family. Her family, her mother, her father comes from some type of privileged background. She's definitely privileged, probably around 22, 23 years old. But the way she's speaking is absolutely, it's insane. she said for the man, a high value man, a 1% man, to get on her plan. That's absolutely just delusional here.
mission is irrelevant. When he benefits, you benefit. When you benefit, he's immediately going to be pushed to the side. No girl wants to be with a guy that she can run all over. So a 1% woman does not exist unless she's alongside a 1% man, because your value is determined by the caliber of man you can attract. You can't self-proclaim you're a 1% woman.
Guys, this podcast, if it's just nothing else, invest in dog food and cat food.
Absolutely great. So guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like content like this. I'm going to be reacting to more fresh and fit content. See you guys later.